Hi everyone, I'm Dan Cassette. We're going to do another Pilates session for you today. Let's begin seated, and I want you to just cross your legs comfortably for this. From here, sit up nice and tall from the sacrum. So, no slouching or rounding in the lower back. I don't want us to collapse. Feel the abdominal muscles lifting up and pulling you up to a nice, tall, vertical, neutral, lumbar sacral alignment. From here, I'll show you from the profile, you're going to breathe in, and I want you to roll down through the spine, starting at the head by dipping the chin, follow it with the neck. The shoulders are going to be curving up and over. So again, I'm not dropping and slouching back. I'm lifting up and over, almost like if you were watching water arc out of a water fountain. That's your spine. Allow yourself one vertebrae at a time to go towards the floor. If you want to take your hands to the floor, you may. Now breathe in, exhale, and pull the belly muscles up and into your spine, away from your legs, and use that to help bring you back up, almost like if you're watching that water fountain in reverse, one drop at a time, going up and over and back down into the pipe. You're going to line up to a nice, tall, supported spine, not slouching or allowing gravity and your bones to hold you, but I want you to start to use your muscles to sit up tall and relieve the pressure from that cartilage between each vertebrae. Breathe in deeply, and let's just repeat. Think of the water fountain. Shoot the spinal column up one drop at a time. Let it arc over beautifully. Hands can reach forward as is helpful, and I want you to curve over and hang towards the floor. If your head touches the mat, that's great, but it doesn't have to. I want you to feel that you're just hanging over a large arc, a little supported from your abdominals here. Relax and breathe deeply, allowing the lumbar, the sacral spine, the glutes, the hips to relax while the head just hangs heavy on the spine. Pull the belly muscles up and in as you breathe. Come back up towards seated, guys. Tailbone, lower back, middle back. Still feeling lots of space between each vertebrae. If you want to switch legs, so you've got the other one in front, you might feel that differently across the hip and glute. On the other side, let's go down 2 more times. Head, neck, shoulders, middle back, lower back. Draping the body over and down. Pull the belly up. Come up lumbar, thoracic spine, cervical spine, neck, head. Take one more deep breath for this one. Exhale and down. Head, neck, shoulders, middle back, lower back. Breathe deeply. Pull the belly up. Reverse the shape. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, head. Settled into a neutral spine. Don't change the vertebrae, just release the shoulders for a gentle shoulder roll. I want you to breathe in, lift the shoulders, exhale, widen the collarbone, really open the clavicle. Swoop forward, let the shoulder blades open in the back. Lift them and slide them down. A couple of nice, big, generous circles. So really just be free, move smoothly, get the circulation all through the shoulder carriage, the girdle of the chest, behind the shoulder blades, and just loosen up. From here, take your hands down beside you on the mat, almost like if you were holding a heavy ball in either hand, and just let them fall to the floor, in line with your hip bones, so not too far forward, not behind you. Allow your right ear, so you can mirror me, be heavy, like there's a huge heavy earring is pulling your right ear towards your shoulder. Get a nice stretch for this side of your neck, and I want you to allow the weight of your cranium to take you towards this hand. The ball in that hand's going to slide away. You can let this opposite hand relax towards you and just fall sideways. Should be able to see your nose in the screen in front of you if you've got a reflection. Pull the belly flat, lift from your oblique, and I want you to reverse the journey, just come back up. So it's a lateral roll down in the spine, and you're back to where you started. Take the ball in the other hand, let the earring be heavy on the other ear, fall to the second side. You're going to begin to slide that way, letting this opposite hand relax to the hip and just allowing yourself to give into gravity. but try to keep both sit bones seated. Pull the belly in and up. Pull the oblique up so you're not tensing your back or your bum. You use the obliques and the abs. Arrive home to neutral. Let's go other way. Heavy ball in the right hand. Ear to shoulder. Allow that neck stretch to happen. Fall to the side. Keep your bum down so you get a nice oblique and lower back stretch as well. Pull the belly muscles up. Rise to center. Change. Ear to shoulder. Hands slide. Fall to the left. Collect your abdominals and obliques. Lift up to seated and rise up. Good. Take your hands to your knees. Pull the abs gently in to give you a curve. So your hip bones now are falling back in a posterior tilt. And rise to neutral. I don't want to collapse too much for this one, guys, so I'm not dropping into a slouch, but I want to stay tall as my lumbar scoops in and my pelvis falls back, and then I just repeat neutral alignment. So breathe in, exhale, abs compress, hip bones fall back, lumbar expands rather than shrinking or slouching, neutral. Exhale, lumbar expands. Inhale, neutral. So loosening up the lower back. We're finding that important connection of the abdominis transversus across the face of the pelvis and the front of the ab wall, and neutral. Warming up those abs. Engage deep. Hip bones release, mobilizing the lower back. And exhale one more time. Get your curve and then rise to seated. From here, release the legs out. You can give them a little shake if you need to, and just open up to a gentle V. Flex your toes up to the sky. So your kneecaps are looking up, your toes are looking up, your pelvic floor and your abs are connected. They're lifting up towards your rib cage. And I just want us to open our arms to a T. Feel your obliques tucking into each other, almost like if you're folding a robe around yourself. Use that muscular connection to wrap you and rotate you. Take this front hand and dive for the far toes. Let the back hand just fall down, thumbs down to the floor behind you. Keep both sit bones down, so if you don't reach your foot, that's okay. I'd rather your legs and your bum be seated. Now from here, lift with the abs to come up to vertical on the angle. Your arms are roughly in an L shape. Open to a T shape so you can keep your sternum pressed forward and your chest wide as you rotate home. So no slouching, no looking down. Scan the horizon and keep your thoracic spine lifted. Then we change. Tuck in the robe of your obliques. Internal and external obliques work in opposition to give you that switch. You're going to dive forward, thumbs down in the back. Head can relax on the spine. Now lift your abs and rise up. You're at your L formation. Open your arms to the T. Keep your breastbone pressed forward so you maintain thoracic lift, and we're going to go the other way. Rotate. Dive. Lift from the belly. Open to the T, return home, and rotate. Dive. Lift from the belly. Open up, return home. Let's rotate. Belly to spine, tucking in the obliques. Reach. Lift up, open to the T, return. And internal, external oblique, tuck in, belly to spine. Rotate. Lift, open, return, relax. Hands can come down behind you. If you need to turn sideways, that's fine. I want the fingers pointed at your bum, guys. From here, just want you to lift your chest and press it up so you're sitting up tall. It should be a little stretch across your shoulders if you're like me. The legs don't need to be touching. They can just have a little fist distance between them. Feel your abdominals engage inward. Let the hip bones pull back. So again, it's a posterior tilt, or you're trying to go towards one. It doesn't have to move too much, but I want enough of that abdominal activation happening that you've got a posterior bias. Now then, push down with your legs and lift your bum, and just let your head lie back like you're in a lounge chair. Keep your chest tall, but try to lower your bum to tap the floor and press up again. We're just doing 2 more. Down, exhale, press, lift, and down, exhale, press, lift. Keep your chest tall, tap the bum down, relax. Now guys, bend the elbows and straighten the elbows. Again, don't collapse the chest. Lie back on your armchair like you're trying to lower the chair to lay back and then push away. Little tricep dip, but with your bum on the floor. If you like tricep dips or you want to get some more exercise there, you can bend the knees, plant the feet, lift your bum, and bend and press, and bend and press. Or you can keep your bum seated to have a little bit less weight. A few more. And come up. Have a little seat. Cross your legs and hug your arms around your shoulders. Drop the elbows down. Let's do a semicircle of the torso. Let your head fall right. Let the chest fall forward. Let it swing to the left. Rise up, and then let's go back, heading towards the left first. So just reverse your semicircle. Swing and across. Lift the belly, rise up. Release. Take your right hand behind your neck. Try to touch at the base of the neck without yanking the cranium or cervical spine forward, so keep tall. Grab that elbow if you can and then lean over to the other side so you get a nice little tricep stretch there. And release. Just change. It's going to be your left hand now behind the neck. Grab the elbow. Shoulder blades try to settle down. Neck and head want to stay tall so you don't put pressure on that neck, but just lean to the side now and open up the tricep. Come back up for me. Release the arm and relax. Good. From here, let's move to the floor. I want you to just lie back on your mat. Start with your hands down, palms into the floor. Okay, there's a little natural gap that happens in your lumbar spine. That's a good neutral position. From that position, I want you to press your belly down and make your lower back flat to the floor. To do that, you're going to a posterior tilt. So the hip bones are going to fall down, and now your pelvis is on this diagonal from pubic bone to hips. Okie dokie. Push down with your feet. Engage your glutes to tuck your tail between your legs, and I want you to come off the floor from your tailbone, through your lower back, through your middle back, just to your shoulder blades. Still trying to curl the tailbone through your legs. Pubic bone's trying to reach round to your nose, and that means you're opening up the space of your lumbar sacral region. So you're lengthening there. You're getting that same stretch that we did seated. Big breath and roll down. Shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, tailbone, and go back all the way to that neutral position. It's natural and it's good for you. Okay, again, palms down, abs down, posterior tilt, tuck the tailbone between the legs, roll up, tailbone, lower back, middle back, bridge. Exhale, roll down. Shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, floor. 2 more. Exhale, imprint. Tuck the tail, engage the glutes, push up, and exhale again, down through the spine. Final one, abs activate, curl the tail through the legs, rise up, get your bridge, and lie down, shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, floor. Okay, hold neutral spine, so it's okay to have that gap, but feel the abs press firm to control the ribs, to control the pelvic bone, no moving. I want you to just pick up your right leg and then tap the toes on the floor 5 times. 1, tap, 2, don't change your pelvis. 3, tap, 4, tap, 5. Put the foot down, rest. Okay, keep that abdominal pelvic control. Lift the left leg, same story, tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Final tap. Put it down. Good. Catch your breath Exhale, compress the abs, lift one leg of your choice, and then we're going to exchange. We're going to change them. 1, and change 2, change 3, change 4. Still have a neutral spine, but the abs are controlling your center. 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put down both feet and rest. Stretch out your legs for a moment, just give them a little break. Without changing your rib cage, without changing your spine, just holding neutral, take your palms up to the sky, facing one another. Let your arms begin to fall behind you, but don't change your spine or chest. Straight arms, please. Let them fall back there. If you have tight shoulders like me, your arms won't make it to the floor, or they won't straight away. They might as you spend time in this position, but keep a stable abdominal connection so that your center is controlled, the ribs don't explode to the ceiling, and your spine doesn't get pulled out of whack. Now I want you to breathe in deeply through the nose, and as you exhale, bring up your head and arms, your chest, and reach towards your feet. Belly nice and flat, and you're trying to curl your head up off the mat, your shoulder blades off the mat. Lie back, chest, neck, head. Inhale, exhale, and rise. Head, neck, chest, belly flat. If you can, hold your legs together. I want you to press your inner thighs gently together, make them touch, then lie back. Let's do a couple more. This is a roll-up prep, belly flat. It's also set up for the 100 and many other abdominal exercises in Pilates. Exhale. So it's a bit of a prep for a prep. And lie back. Engage the core, flatten the abs. Reach for your toes, belly pressing down. Lie back. Exhale, press. Inhale, lie back. Exhale, press. Lie back. Good. Bring your arms back towards you. Walk your legs in. Let's just do a little rotation now. Opening up the arms, a little spine twist, but while supine, bring up your leg to tabletop. So this is a 90-degree angle from the hip socket and on the leg. Feel the abs press down as you exhale to bring the other leg up to join. And now we're going to rotate. Let's head right. Lift your left hip bone so that the knees stay the same length and rotate across. Keep your shoulder blades down. Now your abs are going to apply pressure from the top to try and push the rib cage back into the floor, followed by the waist and the hip bones. Then we change. Go left, lifting the right hip bone to keep the legs in equal length, shoulders still in contact with the floor. The abs press flat and you're coming home to neutral. Let's go again. First side. So I'm not going as far as I can go because I'm trying to keep my shoulder down. I can let my leg get all the way to the floor, but it means my shoulder's gonna pop up off the mat. So I'm just going as far as I can while maintaining good form. Use the abdominal strength to flatten across the belly and bring the legs home. Let's do 2 more. Rotate. Should feel like a little massage or a nice little therapeutic maneuver across the lower back and the sacrum and the back of the bum. So your glute medius minor should be getting a nice little massage. Come home to neutral and then relax. Catch the knees and take a little break. Put your left foot down to the mat and just plant it. Take your right leg up to the sky, stretch it out, palms on the floor beside you. I want you to allow the leg to descend, right leg nice and long, straight leg all the way to tap the floor if you can. Then feel your abs engage, flex the foot and bring the toes back towards you. Point the leg and descend. Exhale, flex, swing it up. Point, exhale, swing, and point. Exhale, swing. Keep that going. Holding a neutral abdominal structure a neutral lumbar spine. So I'm not changing my spine or my pelvis. I'm working the hip flexor and I'm working my abs as the leg lifts and lowers. Lift it up, now hold, bend the leg and put it down, and we're going to get the other side. Start with your left leg into the air. Lower the leg slowly down. Now here we go. The abs are going to engage, the foot is going to flex, and you're going to swing up into the sky like a sickle. Down, rise, down, rise. Try to use your abs to hold your pelvis steady rather than trying to engage or tense your glute on the right side. And one more. Hold, bend, and put the foot down. Take your hands behind your head and lace the fingers under the skull. Wide shoulders, wide collarbone. Your elbows should be visible in your peripheral, but not folded too close and not open all the way. Press the abs down and lift your chest. Stay here, belly flat. Rotate, nose across one knee and home. Rotate, nose across second knee. Home. Rotate, home. Rotate, home. Rotate, home. Rotate, home. 4 more. Center, lie down and rest. Take your hands out, grab your right knee, stretch your left leg out along the floor. Try to keep this foot touching the floor here on the long leg. Extend the top leg so you're into leg extension, and you can hold on to the back of the leg with both hands, just with your fingers. Don't put your thumbs anywhere, they might get hit in a second. Hold on with your arms. If this top leg doesn't get straight, it's okay, but the bottom leg should be straight. And different from some Pilates courses, I want you to have this foot on the floor. Belly to spine, lift your chest. You can pull on that leg for a gentle hamstring stretch, so you're lengthening. Now, using your abs to press flat, change the legs. Give this second leg a stretch. So just gently, gently lengthen that leg and let it come towards you. Other leg is down, heel on the floor. Now we're going to change them, and we're going to change them quickly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands behind the head. Keep going. 3, 4, belly flat. 5, try to get that heel down to the floor on the back. 8, now rotate towards the closer leg. 2, 3, 4, still try to get that heel to the floor and lift the other leg deep to you with your abs. Last 2, 9, 10, bring the knees in and hug them. Relax the torso down and let the knees collapse to the chest. And rest. Roll to your side for me so you can turn to face the camera with the screen. Lying on one arm, one hip bone stacked on top of the other. So don't roll forward. If you do, you'll feel this in your back. And don't roll too far back or you're going to feel it in your abs. We're going to target the obliques. The top hip is going to lengthen away from your ribs. This should create a little gap between your waist and the floor. Now keep that gap, but lift your legs just an inch or 2. So you're balancing legs together in the air slightly. Now, obliques and abs, press the waist into the floor. The legs are going to lift. Then let the legs come back to the hover. The little gap reappears. Repeat. Press and lower. Press and lower. Press and lower. Press and lower. Press. Press, 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 and down. Fold the knees up slightly. Feel your abs lift to support this side. There still should be a little natural gap there that's lifting so you're not collapsed into the floor. Targeting the rotator and the hamstring. Open the top knee like an oyster shell. Close, open, close, open, close. Don't wobble in the hip structure so the skeleton's not moving, just the femur bone and the rest of the leg. All connected from the piriformis, rotators. The belly is supporting to hold the pelvis neutral. And you'll get a little bit of the hamstring with that as well. Close it down, rest. From here, stretch out both legs once again, hover, abs firm and strong to support your center, little natural gap there. And I just want you to beat the legs together. Beat, 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 beat. Keep it going. Breathe in for 4 beats, out for 4 beats. In 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, in 2, 3, 4, out. If you want a little longer, you can breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4. And rest. Legs come down. Fold them in towards you. Come up to all fours for a moment before we do the other side. Give yourself a cat back stretch. Yeah. Then neutral spine. Now lift your thoracic spine. Now relax it. Tuck your toes. I'm going to move so my toes are on the mat. Press your heels into the floor and your bum into the sky. Press your rib cage towards the floor, but widen your shoulders so you're not cramping the neck or the ears, as in the shoulders are not crowding the ears. So a nice little up stretch. And then rise on all 10 toes and lower the heels down. Rise on all 10 toes and lower the heels down. So you're going to feel like you're trying to push your tailbone up over your head. So really press into your stretch and lower the heels. Press and lower. Still keep the shoulders wide so you get a nice little deltoid workout as you support the upside down shape. Few more rises and lowers. Good. Now rise, bend your knees and lower them to the floor. Swirl them behind you and swap sides. You're going to shift all the way down to the mat. Lying down on this side. And let's do the same setup. Lengthen the space from the hip and away from the ribs. A little gap appears. Float the feet up to a little hover. Now keeping the abs firm so you don't get into your back. Keeping the hip bones stacked, press with your obliques and lift the legs. Lower, lift, 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 lower. Bend the knees and put the legs down. Lift the abs, support with your sides. There's a little gap there, but you're not going to roll in the hip bone. You're just going to open the femur. So the glute and the hamstring are activating and closing. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Few more. Work in the back of the leg. Keep it going. All right, now stretch out both legs. Keep that gap, but support the legs at a little hover. And we're going to go for our beat, 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 beat. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. In. 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 Good. Relax down, bend your knees, press away from the floor. Swing your legs back round to the front, bottoms of the feet together. Let the inner thighs open now, so a little stretch after that activity. Seated tall. Inhale, drop the chin, and once more roll forward elbows outside the knees, hands to the ankles, and just fall towards your feet with the top of your head. Keep your bum down and breathe deeply. Let gravity have your head, your torso. Breathe deeply. Relax into that curve. Breathe deeply. Let the inner thighs enjoy the moment to stretch. Breathe. Now, exhale and recollect your abs and roll up to seated. Cross your legs comfortably, and thank you very much. I'm Dan Cassette. Good class.